So, nuts and bolts. That's the product concept background. Now, what are you going to experience today? What are customers going to see when they go to our dealer showrooms in the next couple of weeks and months? Some key features from the engine and transmission. It has an engine. Imagine that. 1.5 liter inline 4-cylinder engine, dual overhead cam, 16 valves. All the specs are in your book there. 100 horsepower, 98 pound-feet of torque. It has a transmission. Comes standard with a 5-speed manual transmission, available 4-speed automatic transmission, and then we have a fresh air intake in the radiator shroud. Again, fresh, cool, nice air going into the engine, aids in that horsepower. Some key features for safety. By the way, I'll preface, every single one of these safety features you see are standard equipment on every Mazda 2 we sell. We're not going to ask our customers to make a decision on purchasing safety equipment for their first vehicle or if they're buying a vehicle for their son or daughter. So standard Triple H construction, front airbags, front side airbags, and air curtains, door impact beams, use of ultra-strength high-tensile steel, tire pressure monitoring system, as well as ABS and dynamic stability control with traction control. I mention this because there are some competitors out there. You have to buy their top-of-the-line car with navigation to get dynamic stability control on the vehicle. A great safety feature. Many of you are track enthusiasts or race cars, so you know what this means. For those of you who don't, the benefits of dynamic stability control aid in understeer. So understeer is when you're going hot into that freeway off-ramp that turns real sharp. You turn the wheels and the car doesn't turn. The car keeps going like this, right? That is understeer. Dynamic stability control will activate the anti-lock brake system and help you make that corner. And you can't go against the laws of physics, but it will certainly help you stay on the road as taking that corner. Oversteer, when you lose your tail end, right? You go in a corner a little bit hot and the rear end starts to slide out. Again, dynamic stability control will aid you in that situation. And then accident avoidance. You're going down the road and some you-know-what starts to pull out in front of you. You make that quick right and quick left again. Instead of looping the car around like you would on an icy road, dynamic stability control will help you get back into the lane and continue safely down the road. Important feature, confidence inspiring for 20% of people buying their very first vehicle. There's a couple ads out there. There's one of them, you know what, 16-year-olds. There's not too many 16-year-olds I know that I'd want to be behind in a vehicle. So the more safe a vehicle can be, the more confidence we can have in the vehicle for that new driver, the better we're all going to be on the road. Some other key features on the interior, air conditioning standard, leather steering wheels available on the Touring as well as cruise control, power throughout, windows and door locks are standard on every single Mazda 2, trip computer, remote keyless entry. Some additional features there on the interior, a 60-40 split folding seat. I say that because one of the competitors, believe it or not, doesn't have a 60-40 folding seat as standard. They have a bench standard. You have to get an upgraded package, which adds additional cost, which means that entry-level price isn't really the entry-level price. You can't really find any of those cars without that 60-40 split bench. 27.7 feet of cargo space, remote keyless entry again, just in case you missed it on the slide before. Remote keyless entry is standard. Engine immobilizer, there are front door pockets, bottle holders. So we have a North American designed center console with 3 cup holder areas and then a couple extra bottles of non-alcoholic beverages for the doors. Exterior-wise, 15-inch steel wheels are standard. We do offer alloy wheels on the Touring model. Power adjustable body colored door mirrors, body colored door handles. That stuff kind of seems like, okay, really? Well, we say this because, again, we're looking at the competition here. And from a captivating compact design, you expect the car to look good. You expect it to have body-colored door mirrors and handles. And we don't want you to have to pay extra for that. You have to do so on some of the competition. We offer a chrome exhaust tip, some fog lamps, and a rear spoiler available on the Touring trim. Audio features, we have an audio system. It's AM, FM, CD with MP3. Steering wheel controls are on the Touring model. An auxiliary audio input jack. So your MP3 player, we can't really say iPod, even though I just did, because there are actually other MP3 players out there besides just iPods or iPhones. So regardless of your which one you prefer, you can plug it in your car. And we offer 4 or 6 speakers depending on the trim. So speaking of trims, we'll get to that in just a second. But again, in product planning is sort of the life of compromise, right? It's like marriage. But seriously, when we're looking at offering, I would love to offer wow. A whole bunch of colors and a whole bunch of options so that any customer's need can be satisfied. But ultimately, if I offer all these different options and colors to a customer, and in today's world they can go online and build all those different options and colors, then they go to their local dealer and he sells 50 or 100 cars a month and he can only stock 10 or 12 vehicles on the lot. So if I can build a car 1,600 different ways and the dealer only has 10, what are my odds of actually finding the car I want? Very low. Yeah, maybe I can order it and wait 3 months, but guess what I drive by over the next 3 months while I'm waiting for that car? I drive by competitive dealer, by competitive dealer, by competitive dealer, by competitive dealer, right? So we have a real simplified product structure. It's easier for customers to configure the car on the web, and then they're actually more likely to find that car at their local dealer at the right time, at the right price. What does that simplified product structure look like? 2 trims, Sport and Touring. Sport has a cloth seat fabric with an angular design. You'll see that on some of the cars you drive today. The Touring has an upgraded cloth seat fabric with red sport piping. Really nice looking interior. 6 exterior colors available. True red, aquatic blue mica, everybody's favorite spirited green metallic, crystal white pearl, liquid silver metallic, and brilliant black clear coat. So if you're doing the math in your head, 2 trims, 6 colors, how many different ways can you build this car? Automatic and manual transmission. 24. 24 different ways you can build this car. If a dealer stocks 15 or 20 cars, you have a pretty darn good shot of finding the car at your local dealer, or you can trade with one in the neighboring dealer, get you on your road on your way. Oops, too quick of a thank you there. That is Mazda 2 in a nutshell. Jeremy's going to come back up and we would be happy to answer